Say, hey, boy, it's how the good old boy network works over here. You're going to do what we say. And they didn't. That pissed off a lot of people in the GOP leadership. And they can't have you deciding who you're going to send to Washington anymore. Don't doubt me on this. I'm telling you. Look at the evidence. It's only logical to come to this conclusion. And by the way, do you really want... Clinton made Stripes.com is got the story. They're saying it's a Clinton gaffe. It's not a gaffe. What this woman believes. Senator John McCain said earlier today that Hillary Clinton's recent comments about the Department of Veterans Affairs, the VA, should make veterans question whether she can be president. Now, McCain took offense, along with Representative Jeff Miller of Florida, on behalf of the Republican National Committee, which seized on a growing controversy over Clinton's statement last week claiming the VA's problems are not widespread. When we've got report after report after report, government and independent private reports stating that the VA is not getting better, it's getting worse. Wait times are not getting shorter, they're getting longer. Veterans are not dying less, they're dying more waiting for care. And she says, well, these problems are not widespread across VA. So that should tell you veterans exactly what she thinks of you guys and what she's going to do about the VA if she's elected, which is absolutely nothing. That's not a gaffe. She said what she meant, and she meant what she said. Hillary Clinton doesn't give a damn about vets. She doesn't give a damn about the military. I don't know what it's going to take for you liberals to fully understand. Is it going to take somebody just, attacking us because our military is so weak and so understaffed and so under-equipped that somebody's just going to roll in here and take over the United States and walk into Washington and pull a bullet between the eyes of our president, whoever it is, for you to finally wake up and understand, that you were all wrong? Is that what it's going to take when one of your dear leaders gets taken out by the enemy from without? Not from within, from without. Is that what it's going to take for you guys to stand up and say, oh my God, we were wrong? And by then it's going to be too late. Now, and if you think that they're going to round up all us conservatives first and march us off to gulags, you guys got another thing coming. They're going to take all of you sick bastards out there on the left who like all this alternative crap. They're going to look at you and say, you guys are a stain and a wart on society. We're taking you out. I don't know why somebody on the right would have to warn the left, of all people, about radical Islam. I don't know why we'd have to warn you about radical communism. Look, radical communism and radical Islam does not like the alternative lifestyle that a lot of you lefties want to live. I don't care, if it's granola, if you're environmentalism, they're going to take you out too. If you're an LGBT person or a supporter, they're going to take you out. Especially if you're Islam, they're going to chop off your heads and then hang your bodies. Try to hang you from what neck you have left. Oh yeah, trust me on that one. All you wonderful people who are so adamant to protect certain types of immoral behavior and immoral rights, they're going to come after you like you've never seen anybody come after before. You're going to think that and I'm going to say this, you're going to think that the Holocaust in World War II was bad, where 6 million Jews and 12 million people total lost their lives. Look, that's going to be a party compared to what's going to happen at the collapse of the United States. You guys are on hit list number 1. And the big thing, the real funny thing is to you guys that You lambaste and you blast and you hate on conservatives and constitutionalists, but we're the ones that are going to try to stand up and protect your stupid, sorry, over pot smoking dumbasses. I mean, because if we don't try to protect you, that means we're not protecting ourselves. I mean, you got Europeans now, European citizens that are trying to scramble to buy guns and trying to qualify in countries that have extremely stringent and strict gun laws. They're trying to get weapons. Why? To protect themselves. You can try to shut down the gun industry in this country, but let me tell you something. It's not going to stop growing. They're just going to go and ship the guns over to Europe, where they're going to welcome them. The idiocy sometimes that comes out of the left and that comes out of the center is just mind-boggling. I mean, it is so, you people are so selfish and diabolical and so stupid and idiotic that you would literally cut your nose off and spite your face simply because you don't want somebody else to get something. You would allow on the center and in the GOP leadership, you would allow a Hillary Clinton to be elected simply because you do not want the American people really deciding who they want to be their president. And if you think, hey, look, you got people, all these conspiracy theorists who are out there believing that, hey, we got Putin. Putin, man, he's against the Bilderbergs and the bankers. He's going to take them out. In China, Xi is against the bankers. He's going to take them out. Let me tell you something. They're not going to take out the Zionists, as you call the Christian right, and the Jew. They're going to take out the left. They can't deal with them because they have no. I mean, that's pretty bad when you got Putin running around saying that the United States has lost all its moral center. Do you think that the moral center has been lost from the right, or do you think the moral center has been lost from the left? You've even got somebody godless like Z who said, the U.S. its moral center is nothing like it used to be. Telling you folks, the reason for us being out here and being so vocal is we're trying to protect your skinny little butts as well. Hard as that is to believe, we are. And if you honestly think, you lefties, that all those people that you seem to love are going to stand for you marching in the streets and burning down your own neighborhoods and targeting cops, oh, no. They're going to take you out. They're not going to even think twice about it. They're going to just start shooting into the crowd and then calling it a day. And then have the street sweepers come in and clean up your bodies the next day. They don't have this kind of stuff going on in their countries. Personally, there might be quite a few Americans who think the same thing, that the GOP is just totally out of control and so is the left, and they're throwing up their hands and giving up and getting out while the getting is good. This is from the Washington Examiner. A record number of Americans have renounced their citizenship so far this year. Look, it was a record number of citizens in August. It was a record number of citizens that renounced in September, and now it's continuing, according to data from the Internal Revenue Service. According to data published by the IRS on the Federal Register, 1,426 Americans expatriated in the third quarter of 2015, bringing this year's total to 3,221 so far. The figure is 25% higher than the same period last year. when nearly 2,600 renounced their citizenship. You know what that means? That means they're taking their money and they're getting the hell out. These are not just regular middle-class everyday citizens. No, these are citizens with some means. These are citizens with money. These are citizens who now have shifted all of their operations offshore. However, the federal government did make money from the move. The administrative processing fee for those who renounce citizenship increased from $450 to $2,350 last year, which means the government made a little over $7.5 million, which is a pittance of what they could have made if they kept them in this country and as a citizen on taxes off of them. And you got the left out there saying, yeah, well, get rid of them. Good, bye. This is kind of like Atlas Shrugged. People who produce in this country are leaving. These are not ne'er-do-wells and sit around. Do you see anybody who's on welfare renouncing their citizenship? Even if they could afford it, man, they could probably afford it. They just go get some government grants or something like that and have the money to, it's only $2,300. They could save that up. And they could be gone. But they're not the ones leaving. It's the producers of this country that are leaving. Let me tell you, that hurts. That hurts big time. And it's going to hurt this economy. Atlas Shrugged, you had all these wonderful industrialites and these inventors and producers. They started disappearing in the book and in the movies. Going someplace where they were allowed to be who they were and to develop society and advance society without government over intervention and regulation. Where do you think these people are going? They're not hanging around the states. They're going to places where they know they're not going to be overregulated and overtaxed and overburdened. And we don't get that money. And we don't get that benefit. We don't get the jobs that they're creating. We lose jobs that they've created here because they're taking them with them. Oh, yeah, but you guys are just so against big corporate America and big business, and all you're doing is hurting small and medium-sized business and people who actually do the work, and they've enough. And they're getting the hell out. Sometimes I sit here in my bunkerized home studio and say, they may have the right idea. I'll admit it. But I'm still here fighting because I still believe in America and what it can be again. Yeah, Trump's got a great message and make America a great, great again. He's got it right, folks. You lefties better get on board and understand it, or you're going to be the first ones to suffer if we go down.